Alright, here. I took a look here. I found that there's a fitting on the back side of this air shock, and the hose comes over and actually runs to the other driver pod, which is kind of nice. Just to point out, I've got this nice little knee pad here made out of foam that I got from Box Maker Incorporated down in Kent. They have a foam division there, and I ran and grabbed a whole bunch of foam that we used for another project, and that's a leftover. But anyways, that hose runs under the driver passenger seat, depending on which direction you go in, and here it is. So that saves me a heck of a lot of time and effort getting this thing working again, because now I can just air up the suspension and off we go. While I'm here, I figured I'd show you the driver cockpit a little bit more detail. We got all the ammeters and voltmeters on this side. Not sure what they all do, but I can't remember now. But anyways, I'd tell you how this thing's running. This is our speedometer. There's a fan just to keep the driver or passengers cooled. We got an amp hour meter here. There's one variety here, and there's a different variety at the other side. Well, I guess they got two of the same. Yeah, they got two of the same. When I raced it, there was a different one on each end. Anyway, that tells you how much current is going in and out of the battery pack, because the voltage doesn't change with charge, so you can't measure voltage and figure that out. This is where the steering wheel would attach when you go in this other direction. Up here on the top, I forget what this is. I don't know if it's enabling the power electronics on this side or what. But this is the left turn signal, and this is the right turn signal. And believe it or not, the passenger, when you're making a left turn, would just hit the button repeatedly to turn the left side lights on. Or hit this one. And if you have four-wheel flashers, you just hit them both together. So that was a simple way of getting our flashers in place. You got the fan, the switch here to turn on the fan. This adjusts the speed of the motor. So one of these gauges is measuring the temperature of the motor. I can't remember which side it was. I didn't want that to get too hot. This is the cable for the emergency power disconnect. If you follow it across the other side of the car here, you can see that the cables, one from each driver's side, coming through to a common grid here, and then we can go down to the switch, which used to be in here. Maybe this is where the battery pack used to be. I just don't remember. This one or that one, I can't remember. But there was a switch in here at least, and that would disconnect everything when you pulled on those cords. So that's all I can think of to tell you right now. Like I said, this is the other side. This is the brakes. When you switch, here's a switch direction changer. If you pull this out, it disconnects the motor, and then you can flip this from one side to the other, and that would change the direction of the motor, so that it would be basically going forward or reverse, or that direction or this direction, depending on which way you're driving. AM and PM refers to which end of the car you're driving, and it refers to what time of the day the panel is pointing towards. So you can see on the car over there, there's PM that end, and then there's AM at the other end. Yeah, you can barely see it down there by the other window. I'll walk down here and see it. So there it is. So that way you know which way the motor is going to be running when you step on the pedal. Again, there's more switches. I can't remember what they're all for. Of course, right now they don't run for anything. I think this is just a speaker or microphone here. And that's, I think, new since the California Clean Air race, because we had radio that we just held up to our ears when we were in the US and Australia races. So here's our rear view mirror. The one here, I didn't recognize it. Yeah, it's missing at the other end. There's rear view mirror. We'll look through here. You can see out the back. Don't know how well you can see it there, but you can see something back there. Not the best, but it worked. Again, speedometer here, and got the volt amp meter and temperature gauge. Steering wheel. I can't remember what this is about. I think that's an odometer. I'm not sure. Down at the bottom you can see the switches that we had, the pedals. One is for regen and the other one is for acceleration, I believe. Can't remember, because this is the handbrake for running the brakes. There are two pedals, I think one's for acceleration and the other's for regen. They're two separate ones. The button on the right, I can't remember if that was a horn or what the deal is. Yeah, I just don't remember. Maybe that's the power switch for the motor. I can't, yeah, it's been too long. So now I don't know what this thing originally went to. Because we have two hoses going there, and alright, one of them is actually going to the shock. I wonder what this one used to go to. So I'm curious. Maybe it went to the motor. That would make sense. Was there another shock here? I don't think so. Just one. So there's our horn. It's nice to have. So, anyways, you see some of the cable steering coming up here, going up to the top. It worked. Oh well.